All right, guys. So what's good? I'm here with my boy, Brett Lux.
What's up, guys?
Yes, sir. So we actually got a live audience today. You'll see him at the end. But we got my boy Matt, Chad, and Klaus over there chilling. So appreciate you guys for pulling up. I probably shouldn't have slapped the table, but all right. So anyway, so Brett graduated from Servite High School. Lives down in San Clemente. Super dope place. So how we doing today, man?
Doing good. Yeah, thanks for having me out, man.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate it.
You ever been on a pod before?
First time.
First time.
Yeah.
All right, we love it. So basically, I think a month ago, we were talking at the CAF just like about life and stuff. I was just sitting by myself. Brett came over, sat with me. So good man. And one of the things you told me was that you wanted to be a firefighter.
Yeah.
I had no idea about that. So kind of dive into that and why you want to be a firefighter.
So, I mean, growing up, I always kind of had it in the back of my head as something I could potentially want to be. But it really didn't come into like full effect until my junior year of high school. So it was like a few years back. My house burned down in like a fire. So that was like a lot to go through, obviously. And I think one of the big motivators for me was before that, I didn't really feel like I had a purpose. I didn't really realize like, what was like the purpose of my life. So I was kind of just thinking through everything, and it made me really want to like go to college and like play soccer in college and start to get my stuff together, my act together. And I feel like that moment of my house burning down, it taught me that nothing is ever just given to you. Like anything can be taken at any moment. And so I was able to take that with me, and I feel like use it in a positive way to get to where I am today. And yeah, what my family had to go through, I just wouldn't want other people to go through. So that's one of my motivators.
That's crazy, bro. I'm sorry you had to go through that.
No,
House burning down. How did you like even have like a positive reframement of all the stuff that occurred with your house burning down? Because that's so tough to go through.
Yeah, it was tough, obviously. I would just say the biggest thing was like my parents, obviously, just because they both worked so hard for me. And it's almost like I knew they'd be able to kind of get me out of the situation because I love them to death. They're just going to find a way to help me get out of it. So I have them to thank. I also have my friends to thank. All throughout high school, I had so much support from just like all my friends at school. So that was really nice because I couldn't have gone through without them. So yeah, that was awesome.
So how did that impact like your school life? Did you have to that's when you moved, right? To San Clemente?
I moved to like a rental house for like 2 years, and then I moved to San Clemente.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dang, bro. How did it like impact your family and immediate family?
I mean, obviously the first week was pretty brutal because like you feel like a bunch of eyes on you when it first happened, and like I'm a type of guy where I don't like a bunch of eyes on me, so it's kind of like interesting. But I would say like the biggest thing was, I don't know, it's a tough question. Can you repeat it one more time?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, thanks.
So just like how did the fire, I guess, impact or have like a negative or positive impact on your family?
I would say it at first had a negative, but then had a positive because my parents always talked about moving or like wanting to start something new, and that kind of gave us like a direct reason to have something new, or try something new. Right. And I mean, obviously moving to San Clemente, like I'm so blessed to live there. Like it's awesome.
Such a dope place, bro. That's where I'm trying to be when I'm older.
Yeah.
That's where I want to live.
Yeah. My parents love it for sure. It's sweet.
That's sick. Were you able to save like any valuable possessions that you had or?
No, because I was at school. So yeah, like everything.
So take me through that day, like your emotions when you found out that it happened.
So it was pretty wild because it was like during the times where obviously like all the fires are going on. And I remember this. I was in a Spanish class. Matt would know, Mr. Garrett's Spanish class. And he was a super chill guy. It was just, we were like watching the live stream of fires going on in our neighborhood. Oh. And like, I was like, dude, this is pretty crazy because that's my neighbor. And so I'm like, hopefully it's just like doesn't keep going. And I couldn't do anything at that point because like I wanted to leave, but I couldn't just leave school. Like they wouldn't let me. So it was pretty tough, honestly. And like, I think after that, I was just like, I got to go somewhere. My mom called me and she's like, like go to your grandma's house. So like we all just met there. And like, it didn't even really hit me until like the day after, because then I just had like food and my grandparents. And then like, I would say it hit us the next day, like when we're shopping for clothes. I was like, wow, damn, like, so this is real. Yeah.
Wow. And I remember you said in like your text or that conversation that we had that it showed you like who your real people were by your side.
Yeah.
That showed up for you.
Mm-hmm.
Go a little bit more into that and talk about the people who like were rocking with you when you needed them most.
I would just say that like there's a bunch of people who were like there for me like when it first happened, but then like my friends who like I call like my good friends, like they stuck, like we just kept being friends after. I felt like I was able to pick out fake people because like in the moment they feel bad, so they're just gonna act like, oh hey, like I'm here for you, man, like everything's good. But then like, you know, after a month it's just like life happens and it's fine,
right?
Like it's whatever. But I would say like people like that I consider like some of my best friends, like they stuck to my side. So yeah.
Man, bro, that must be so tough to go through.
Yeah, it's crazy, dude.
So was that the moment where you knew like, okay, I want to be a firefighter?
Not even that. Like, it honestly really motivated me to try to go pro in soccer, and that's like where I was for a little while.
Right.
And then I would say like my plan was always like try to go professional in soccer. If it doesn't work out, then try to become a firefighter. And then I would say like once I got here to Concordia, I learned like through my teammates here and just like friends from outside of Concordia that there's so much more to life than just soccer. And so I was able to learn that I think God has like a different calling for me. So I think he's really calling me to become a firefighter, and it's something that I'd really enjoy. So yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna try to do. That's
dope, bro. Would you say you kind of lost a little bit of love for soccer like your first 2 years here, because you're a junior now, right?
Yeah, I would say my first year I didn't. My second year I started to lose love, just because I think my second year I just had a lot more freedom in general in my life, and I was able to like ultimately realize how little, like obviously I love playing soccer, and it's like, but I realized like what the purpose of soccer is for, and I realized that soccer is much more for like getting rid of my stress, like with school, or just it helps me forget about things I'm going through, but it's not something where it's like, this is my life. Because to go professional in any sport, I mean, athletes, we know this, like you have to dedicate your life to the game. So if you want to make it, so.
Right. Yeah. Now, are there times at practice where you're like, man, bro, like, why am I here? Because your ultimate goal is to be a firefighter, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, do you ever get stuck up? Oh, maybe I could just do my firefighting. I don't know, what's the proper term for that? Is it like?
It's like, so you take like an EMT course.
EMT courses,
and then,
okay.
Yeah, once you get certified in that, you can go like a bunch of different directions, but that's like the stepping block, like the main part you need to get through.
Okay, gotcha. So are there times where you're like wondering like, oh man, should I just do my EMT courses instead of just playing soccer, or?
That's a good question. I feel like not really with soccer, because when I'm playing soccer, it's all I'm thinking about.
Right.
I'm not really thinking about anything else. I would say when I'm sitting in class, like I'm sitting in class, I'm like, why am I here? Like,
for sure,
I don't see any value, to be honest. Like, I mean, if any teacher's watching this, like, don't take this hard. Like, you know, you're still probably cool, but I mean, I like wanted to drop out at one point. Like during this year, I was just talking to my mom, and she's like, because she didn't graduate from college, like she's like, I want you to stick through it, even if I don't want to. So I'm just gonna stick through it. Yeah.
Because bro, that's honestly like how I've been feeling a little bit recently. Yeah. So I guess
I remember we talked about that.
Yeah,
too.
Yeah. Mom and dad, I'm sorry, but like, nah, bro, I'm sitting in class and it's like, no, there's no specific teacher like I'm calling out or anything, but it's just like sometimes I'll see like it's just like recycled material, and it's literally just you're writing notes, taking them down, and then just taking a test that's like found off the internet.
And you're paying thousands of dollars for it, and then you graduate,
right?
And then you don't have to retain any of that information anymore.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. And it's like I felt the same way as you. Like sometimes I'm sitting in class and I'm like what am I doing here? Because it's not a class that obviously there's certain classes that I can get a lot of information from, but a lot of them I'm just trying to get through.
Yeah.
So it's like, why am I spending 3 hours doing this when I could be doing, I don't know, like a pod or something like that. You know what I mean? So it's interesting. It's interesting like that. But I actually looked up a stat that about like wildfires and stuff like that. and it said that about 10 million acres were burnt down in 2020 compared to 4.7 million acres in 2019.
That's crazy.
So how do you feel about like that stat, and what is it? Does it motivate you? Does it what are your true emotions after hearing that?
I would just say that I'm going to be ready to work a lot more hours probably. So I got to be ready to deal with that. But I mean, it's just something that I realize, like, I truly do believe that's my calling. Mm-hmm. That I believe like everyone has a calling when it comes to like what they really want to do with their life. And I mean, I know a lot of people end up having a job that, you know, they regret or just they don't truly enjoy. And it's fine. It happens to a lot of people. Just for me, I'd be really happy if I was a firefighter. So, I mean, that's a crazy stat. I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
But even knowing that, I think I'd still be up for it. It just make me more determined.
Got you. Now, are you able to start like your EMT courses now, or do you have to wait till school's over to pursue them?
I could technically do them now, but it's worth like 24 credits of like school.
Oh my gosh.
So like,
there's no way.
I couldn't.
No way.
Like, Tyler Oakson.
I heard about
he's doing
this.
it right now. Yeah,
Bro.
It's crazy. He we were in Hawaii and he's like got the big old book like studying EMT while we're there, and then he's like, Brett, like come check this out because you got to do it. And I looked at it, so I'm like, nah, I'm not looking at that. Like that does not look fun. But I mean, this summer I'm gonna take classes. Okay. So that's my plan. Yeah.
Okay. And how many units do you have to get to pass like the EMT courses?
Well, you have to have like at least a B- to be able to even take like the final exam.
Oh, okay.
But like I said, it's worth like 24 units. Like if it were like a college course within 6 weeks.
Damn.
So a lot of information. Yeah.
That's crazy. So you're gonna start that like right after you graduate?
That's no, this summer.
Oh, this summer.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's the plan.
And then how long? And then you can just go into like firefighting. Like, so how does that work?
So like I said, there's different routes you can go. But my plan is I'll probably go from there into like the fire academy and then try to just make my way up through there. And I think it'll help too, because even though I'm not necessarily thrilled about being in college, it does help to have like a major with you or like being able to graduate, because it gets more and more competitive to become a firefighter. So that'll be like an extra edge, I guess. But yeah.
Damn. And what are the typical hours like you work once you get to being in the firefighting industry? Is it like,
I wish I could tell you.
Because I heard, I don't know why, but I thought you get like, don't you get a certain amount of days off?
Yeah,
but you have to work like.
I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, audience, but like I know you get like 3 to 4 days off. Like,
3 to 4 days off.
You get like a solid amount of days off throughout the week, and that's like another big thing for me that makes me like pretty excited. Is to be able to work and then also have like time like my future family and stuff. So yeah,
that's a lot of time to surf.
Yeah, true, man. Hopefully I can get better. So we'll see.
Is the dream to live in San Clemente still?
I have no idea. Like I'll just see wherever God takes me, honestly, just wherever my life ends up leading me. But yeah.
Damn, bro, that's dope.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, I always like to finish with the Thru It All 3. So 3 questions at the end. All right. We're going to start. Okay, I just cooked this one up earlier today.
All right.
Would you rather compete in Squid Games or the Hunger Games?
Ooh. I would say Hunger Games, because like with Squid Games, I'll just put myself like in the character shoes. You don't even know that you're going to be killed. So, like,
that's true.
Red light, green light, I would have been out. Like I would have been like, what is going on? I'd be trying to run out. Like I'd be glocked for sure. So that'd not be fun.
That's a great answer, Brett. All right, now this next one. What advice would you give to your younger self, like that, the younger Brett who has just found out that you're going through your house burning down? What would you tell him?
I would say to find like a passion other than just soccer, and like to not be influenced so easily, to like try to be more like focused on the person you want to become. Yeah.
I love it, man.
Thanks, man.
I love it. All right, then, Colin, we got one more for him. So this involves our live audience over there. So, who makes more 3-pointers out of 25? You, Chad, Klaus, or Matt?
Ooh.
And I want numbers for each of them.
Okay.
Numbers for each of them, starting with you.
Out of 25?
Out of 25, how many do you make?
I feel like I can make a solid 12.
Okay. Are these game speed?
No. Like I get to bounce it. I get to like look up. and like take the shot.
All right, we got Matt now.
Matt, I could see Matt pulling up a solid like 11, just like super close, but like pretty close.
All right, Chad.
Chad, man, maybe like a 3 on a good day.
No.
Yeah, and Klaus 3, possibly 2, but 3 on a good day also. So that'd be tough.
Hey, Klaus, you got to tell him real quick, bro. Tell him about your strategy. Stand up and give him a demo. You got to.
Okay, so this is the hack for basketball. So if the sideline is here and the court is right there, you just take the ball and you just go like this, the whole corner, and you pass it to corner, and corner puts it in. Boom.
That's a good call, Klaus.
Duke would be beaten for sure.
Yeah. Wow. Okay, so the winner of that competition is Brett.
I would say close between me and Matt, but yeah.
All right, man. We gotta see that in real time.
Yeah.
All right, then. So that's EP 13 of the Thru It All podcast. And is he just gonna sign Colin? Is that it?